the silver board emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't on the team. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm packing full on repeat. I ride away. Coming from the board emergency. Ain't worried, they ain't on the team. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm packing full on repeat. I'm packing full on repeat. Gotta count up and I've been down. Picture going about 100 miles. That room can't miss now. Standing tall, ready, always on go. Taking me to pin town. P.O. said slow down, so I come away and I skip town. 16 was on underage, there's 12 jurors in a mistrial. They seen I was underpaid, said 2 wide, no 10 tile. I need like a man, even if your eyes cocked up, burn too. Down like a 86 with a shimmy, nigga, that's a pump for you. Don't be worried about what straw do. Lose you and I'm a do. Third boy got a paint job with a clip coat and some fall down. The girlfriend needed to the beat, I was fresh, need no big five. Give me win and Beyonce, put a ring on it with a lunch line. Head coach and I'm on the court. Referee, but I'm shooting 3. Put sweating into the green. So my water, I can barely breathe. Kelly Slater with the board flip. Push it up when the chords hit. Violins in a beta tent. Open up, let's smash it. On the silver board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't noticed me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm packing full on repeat. All right, I'm the silver board emergency. I ain't worried, they ain't noticed me. Gotta get paid. Go long till I'm 6 feet. I'm packing full on repeat. Second round of the fight, something ain't right. I gotta do my work. You walking through the air, no night flight. That was the people. Got one life to live, and I put 15 on it. That's the Usain Bolt. Don't like 2 finger signs so far, I can't be taught. 19 inch crunch time, and I send it home like a walk off. AMG on steroid, get the flex muscle with a nightmare. Coming full force, no one, just no, I don't fight fair. No flight, no flight fair. Hot rounds out of hot barrel. Put the mic in the head, lock into them tap, 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 tap there. Short CPR. What the hell are he need for? To go to the water with him up. Time for you a lifeguard. I'm a whole damn lifeguard. Index with a wrist sharp. Might show me what's hard. Get skatebooks and I count cards. Play my hand for the W. Time told me about who is who. They be on this, who is who. I'm on the surfboard. I'm coming through. Strike.
Check 1, check 2, check 3. This is your boy, Mr. Know-It-All, and I'm here with Hood Talk with the lovely Miss Bella, ready to get the show started. So tell them what the subject about and what we're going to be talking about today.
Well, hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday to you. Well, one good thing before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to Marcus Honeysucker on YouTube or Mr. Know-It-All on Facebook. If you want to send him some love, there is that information that's scrolling across the bottom of the screen. One other thing, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. Getting started on this subject tonight, you want to know and talk about and discuss. So, do the new era of men like the new ways of the new woman? Do men and women think too differently going into 2026? And are you blaming the right person for your problems?
Mm.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
What's wrong? You all right?
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit up in there, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to talk about. So, we talk about the new era of men like the new way of the new woman. So, what is considered the new era of men? Are you saying that they're less men, or what are you saying?
The new era of men, when I was talking around in my circle, is a very much woke version of men. I think men was sleeping on women, and women raised up ran past them and said, ha, ha, ha. Got their stuff together real quick. And then they said, fuck you, man. You know, and that now a lot of men are playing catch up, the ones that can, but you know, the ones that been raised by women are trying to reconstruct their brain and how they think and how to march through this way of life, you know, not getting sometimes that real true leadership that they really yearn from in a man in the household. So a lot of men are starving for some masculinity around, because we all know children are most influential of what they're around. And you can tell what a lot of men being around, just how they walk, how they talk, how you see, you know, little men now running around in whole bonnets and pink bonnets and all kind of different bonnets on top of their head, like it's all right, but not thinking about you know, how they move and you know, when they slide on their mama shoes and walk to the store. Um, you know, just being masculine. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of men that just moving and don't know how to move. And that's sometimes that's the most dangerous thing in the world, because the most dangerous thing in the world is to walk around a neighborhood that you don't know and you don't know how to walk, or you don't know what color to wear, or you don't know what street is dangerous, or you don't know what street, you know, rah leave a dog out at night. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. I mean, what I'm trying to say is so many words. When you're not being led throughout the world, which men are natural leaders and women are natural nourishers. They want to, you know, kiss it, oh, it's gonna be okay, you know, all that, but they're not gathering men together and saying, hey, you need to do it like this, do it like that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of women help from leadership when they put their children in football practice and sports and karate and all that. And I remember, you know, my mom put me in a lot of these things, and I remember getting a lot of my teachings from my karate instructor, which was a white guy, uh, football coach, which was a black guy. So sometimes you get many different, you know, if you put around different entities, like even when I went to the army, when you're around different entities, you're around, you know, white and black people, Chinese people, you know, different cultures and this and that, you see the world a little different than the person right around you might see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think that what men used to do back in the day when the child used to fall and they said, "Get up, son," you know, don't be
Dust it off.
don't dust it off. Oh, don't cry. Ain't nothing wrong with you. That's that mental thing strengthening their mind up. That sometimes what ain't been done when they raised around a mama and they start crying, and then mama want to pick you up and carry you around the whole damn store the rest of the night. You know what I'm saying? Till she damn near break her back. You know what I'm saying? I just want children that look like their feet damn near dragging the ground. Mama still carrying them around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I've seen that too.
Yeah. So, you know, people got to understand the predicament that a man walks in and how he talks and how his life is on the string every moment and in everything that comes out his mouth. Because what you say, if you don't know how to say it, can end
Yeah.
your life. And a lot of people don't look at it like this. People walking around here, see, men are walking around here sometimes like women. Like, I can say anything, I can do anything. Because, see, women, the only people that's crazy enough to run up when a $105 to a 500-pound man talking about, oh, fuck you, what's up, what you gonna do, motherfucker, what you gonna do? See, if a dude do that to another dude, he gonna get smashed. He might get beat a half to death or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, that don't happen in a man's life, you know what I'm saying? And when he's watching a woman, if he's just around a woman, he watching her act, and he try to act just like her, he gonna get a sad wake up to reality, how
A rude awakening.
a man can move and how a woman can move. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let's get started. Let's get started. Let me see. What else I wanted to start on? Men and women think too different to go into 2026. What you think about that one?
I mean, I don't think that they think so different where they couldn't go into a new year. But a lot of people are making better decisions or decisions based on their well being. You know, everybody's not trying to accommodate somebody.
Hmm.
You know, a lot of people enjoy being in their little single atmosphere. So just
oh,
settling and making changes or adapting to a new environment with someone, you just really have to want to do it to even be involved with anyone these
yeah.
days.
And let me be frank and stuff, about how women and men move right now. And I was looking at just a statistic, and how we moving now. It's not sustainable to have something if you working a 9 to 5 trying to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but when you're trying to sustain stuff, it's not. I was doing something the other day, and I was just writing down something. And I would love for you to kind of calculate it and write some down for me right quick. Um, it's kind of like I googled up Walmart Pay, and I think it went to like 12 to up to $18, right?
Hmm.
So I said,
In
let me,
Mississippi,
yeah. And I went up to the top. I just said, let me get the top thing, you know what I'm saying, and $18 out. Cause see, any dude that, might be making $18 out should think he, doing all right. You know what I'm saying? So then I calculated within a month, after you take your taxes off, if you just add up $40 each week, um, that's right at probably about $2,400. You know what I'm saying? And it might seem like a little bit, but then I start, calculating habits and stuff. And I said, okay, imagine if he tried to stay by himself and rent. So I want you to calculate, you got the 2,400 for the month, right?
yeah.
Okay. I want you to calculate like 1,000 for rent. I'm just trying to meet in the middle because some people got 1,200, 1,500. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, a lot of people running around here sometimes with $1,000 of rent. You know what I'm saying? So let's average up that $1,000 of rent, and then we look at gas. Gas for a month. People run through a little gas every week, but I'm just gonna cut it down to say $40 a week. That's being fair, don't you think? Because I run through way more than $40 myself in a week.
Oh, roughly about 160 a month, you're saying, right?
Right,
Okay.
160 a month. That's just gas. Okay, so now we done got the gas out of the way. Okay, say I'm gonna do just normal stuff every day. right now. Just
Got
imagine
utilities.
utilities, your light bill. Let's go with 200 a month.
Yeah.
That is that fair?
Mhm.
200 a month utilities. You got that down, right? I mean, not utilities, I mean lights.
Right.
Just lights. Okay, imagine water.
You'll
Water
say about
about
what?
70.
75,
That's
70
the
dollars.
lowest. We're sitting 70 or 75. You want to go with 75?
I do 70.
70. All right, 70 a month water bill. Um, gas bill. We're gonna go on the low on that. Let's say, it's going up in a minute, but in the summertime, it's kind of like nonchalant. It's going on if you cook a lot or whatever you do or whatever. So let's just throw a little $40 a month for the gas. Okay. All right. What else thing we got? We got the lights, gas, water,
Groceries.
groceries. All right, groceries. What you think people are spending on groceries a week?
At least the minimum is at least $100 a week.
All right. So we're gonna go with a $400 a month grocery. All right. Now watch this. This is the tricky part. Now, I want you to add it up to the side because now we're gonna deal with some habits. So just imagine if you smoke cigarettes, whatever you might smoke, whatever, let's do on the low end. 3 packs a week.
Ooh. Cigarettes cost about what?
$10.
$10.
So
Okay.
$30. $30 a week times 4.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got that, right? All right. Now we're gonna go with drinking. If you drink, I'm gonna go on the low end on that. $40 a week. That's the low end. Because we know folks can spend some money on some drinking. So $40 a week, is that fair? That's kind of like entertainment, this and that. I ain't even said if you go out and this and that, because I don't even know if did we put in gas money for the car?
We did.
Okay.
Okay, so just say for instance, right? That's
Uh-huh.
why so many people probably parking like pimp, so they won't have to spend that extra money. They can't drink and go inside.
Now, I mean, maybe they just smart.
No, I'm saying they
Yeah,
can't
because
afford
if you go
to
inside, then you got to
have
buy
to
them
pay.
drinks. You got to buy them
I
drinks.
used
There's
to
more.
drink some drinks for somebody in
Yeah.
there.
And now I ain't even said nothing about the Toast-'em stove and this, and all that old type of stuff. But let's just add that up. That's a roundabout figure. I ain't even throwing a haircut. And I ain't even did the thing for women
Oh,
to
you
get
didn't, and
get
haircuts
the
around
nail.
about $50.
Yeah, I ain't even did like your hair and nail done for women. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even threw in none of that stuff now. Won't you add up that without us throwing any of that other stuff in yet? Just throw up that what we done came up with on how much money we got already deducting out of our paycheck for the month. Our $2,400 paycheck.
Okay, so after priorities, you have about 530. At your pleasure and leisure, you have about $250.
So after you spent all your money on bills, how much money you got left over? How much money
$530.
so how much money did we spend so far?
We have $250 left.
No, I'm saying no. I would just want you to do the exact amount so people can kind of see how much money this 18 is making $18 an hour.
And you
40,
spend two
40
thousand one hundred and fifty dollars. If we everything you've listed, we've spent two
right.
thousand $150.
And that's before you done got a hair done, a nails done, a
Before
pedicure.
you decide to eat out, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So what I do every day when every time I come up on this show is just to wake people up and let them know that you know a lot of people ain't saving money, like this. You save more money being with a team, like you know, unless you got some low bills, because lo and behold, you got to pay, taxes, insurance. We ain't even said
Our
nothing
we didn't say anything
about
about
insurance
vehicle insurance.
on a
Our car
vehicle,
note.
because car note.
You have a
What?
car note.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That this a person that's not having none of these bills. So won't you add up now my car note every month? What that is?
You won't have enough money.
Well, you got to add it in because most people got a car note, or
So roughly, if the
some
car,
kind of car note
roughly,
or something.
just
You know
say
what I'm
roughly
saying?
if your.
Go
Go
ahead.
ahead, I didn't hear you.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
So I'm just saying roughly if your car note runs you about $300 a month, you
Uh-huh.
know, so you already in the red $50 if you added a car note to that. And then on top of that, you have to have vehicle insurance. And just think
Yeah.
if you paid that monthly, maybe that runs you about $200 a month.
Right.
So that's negative $250 you're in the hole. But
Mhm.
it's hard out here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I seen that mess. But yeah. Let me what's my name? I don't want to skip nobody. What's up, Latasha?
Hello,
Up in
Tasha.
this thing. Um so you know we didn't added a little cotton note. What you came up with? We got to go on the low end.
Well, that's why I said if we added a car note, roughly $300 a month,
There you go.
you're in the negative $50 already. Then you have to have vehicle insurance,
Go ahead.
and then
Add
you don't
add
pay.
the insurance.
If you don't pay it 6, months, you're gonna be paying what, maybe $150, maybe $100 a month
Let's go on the lower. Let's try to go the
on the
lower.
loan. We'll say $100.
75.
So you are
75.
already negative.
You think somebody can afford? Can get some set. Just liability, not full coverage. Just liability. You think somebody?
Somebody probably can get liability probably about, we'll say roughly 50. But if
50?
you have a if you paying a car note on the
I know
vehicle,
you
you
got
need
to
to
have
get
full
more.
coverage.
You need
You
full
got to have
coverage.
full coverage.
You
Yeah,
gotta have.
I
So
feel you
that makes
saying.
about
So
roughly
150.
maybe 150 negative.
So go ahead. Go on, add your 150 in, and we ain't even smoked no weed yet.
And then no haircut or no hair done. That's why some people
So
need help.
that's why I sit up here and I try to tell people we cannot. I'm pleading for you. You cannot fight this fight by yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why the Mexicans live like they did live, putting all their little money together, this and that in the same house. And that's why I don't get mad, because you remember on this show, I was saying we gonna start living like the Mexicans in a minute. You remember when I used to make jokes about that and say how many people gonna be still in the house together and this and now it's coming to task, just like I was saying. Remember, I was saying about a whole lot of families gonna be mama, daughter, everybody still in the same house. People can't even afford that to live out on their own. You know what I'm saying? And see, I just be trying to make a point, and people got to understand. You know, I think when you wake people mind up to what's going on, you know, the first thing they try to do is, you know, blame whoever in charge, but they don't never blame how we got here.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? People always look and say, "Oh, look at," but we don't look at how we roll up, how we drink, roll up in front of our children. We influence them, and they start having habits at a young age. We got kids at the bus stop smoking cigarettes. We got kids around here to powder. We got kids around here wilding out on spice and on all kind of drugs, popping pills and all that. We are raising sometimes dope heads.
That's not
And,
good.
and we don't understand what we're doing because sometimes we look at it and it maybe don't seem right. You know what I'm saying? Like we looking at stuff and we saying, oh no, that ain't true. You know what I'm saying? Like we look at stuff and say, no, you really don't need no help. You can do this on your own. But this is a divide and conquer type thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, somebody's tricking your mind to say you can do this by yourself. And when people mess around and get government help for a minute, because people don't realize this stuff gonna run out, especially when you make a system about it. Once your kids, if you not ain't been working all your life or whatever, and you just been sitting at home or doing them thing, trying to take care of the kids, once you hit about 40, you start hitting it at that time that you start getting all your kids at the house. And now they done cut you off. With you now becoming a person that just been sitting at home looking at the kids, and your main priority every day you woke up was about your kids. And once they get out your house at 40, your life has changed. Now you don't even want your kids to leave because the system helped you survive off the kids. Now you need the kids to survive off the system. So now you need your kids still in your house with a job so they can help you so you can survive out here in the world because you didn't trust in building with a man to save money, buy a house, you know, do stuff or so-called the right way, the normal way. We want to do everything a different kind of way than it always been. It always been you get with somebody, you get enough money, you buy a house, you have this, you know, you can save over here, you can save over here, you put your kid through school, kick their ass out the house, they get married, they got them and have a family, they move on, this and that. But see, now we are developing into a family in the same house. A man can't even walk around his house naked and then in his 50s because he got his grandchildren and all this back at his house because can't nobody else afford to live out there without him. You done raise your daughters up to say you don't need a man, but the world wasn't built on you to survive out here without help. It wasn't built on one person to go out here and try to do it all by themselves.
Yeah.
And see, we done tricked our mind saying, oh, yes, it's possible. Yeah, it's possible. But you got to put in overtime. You got to put in a whole extra job. You got to not be able to go to certain venues and stuff like that. You got to make sacrifices on certain kind of jobs that you cannot. And women hate this part of the game. You can't get off work sometime to go to see the game, to go to see this, to go to see that. And women, no, they love to see their children play and plays and everything that's coming up in their lives. They like to record. They like to, let people know how they getting up and up and up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we got to realize that. What's up, Manuel? Up in his house. What's up, my guy? So I just think we done got to the point that sometimes we forget how much, how we need each other, and we forgot about this, and we running around here and we saying we don't need. It sound good in your mind, but I'm gonna tell you, I put it on paper, and when I just put it on paper, what we in the negative now? We in a
150.
Okay.
And that's not including all other small entities,
Right.
household goods.
That high ass drink you buying at the store when you just go down there. Drink cost. I dude, my partner had me buy a drink from the other day. I went in the store $2.35, almost $2.50 for a drink. What the heck? One little drink. I was like,
pop. Okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God. And he specified exactly what he wanted. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, golly, this damn thing high. It wasn't even no 32 ounce. It was a regular 16 ounce drink. I'm like, God. But I haven't bought no drink out of a store in forever. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? You go in there and buy a drink. Highway robbery. You know what I'm saying? I don't even see how people even shop at the Toastman store. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see how they do it. But, I mean, just think about this. If you make $18 an hour, you still ain't bringing but $2,400 a month in your a month. And then you steady stacking this stuff on and on top of all these bills. And that's before you have any private time. That's before you put you smoke any weed or you do anything or you have fun. You want to go to a concert. You want to go here. These people taking trips and they behind on their bills.
I know, right?
People that was talking about, I was listening to people talking about, yeah, I'm going on the coast, cruise the coast and this and that. I'm like, some of these people ain't even paid their rent. And they want to go. I got to relax. I got to have fun. I got to live my life. I understand, but you're gonna be behind the 8 ball if you don't have somebody helping you, and that's my whole thing right there. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Leon? Up in his house, up in this thing. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like Leon, one of my day one partners from back in the Gap. Okay. But I'm just saying, oh yeah, Leon, I'm gonna tell you, man, we in that gym every day again, man. We gonna see you soon. I know we is. And JJ, you too. Yeah, I see you. Yeah, but like I say, we just got to learn sometimes a different way of handling this. We got to realize we do need help. And I realized I was talking to my partner the other day, and just me saying these stats, and he got a nice job and everything, and he was telling me how he's spending about $6,000-7,000 a month. Like, how? You know what I'm saying? Like, how?
What?
I mean, just bills and life and this and that, maintaining stuff. Because you got to think about it. I ain't even include, Joker got boats that they maintaining. Cars you putting in the mechanic shop. What about when you put your car in the mechanic shop? What about your new tires? What about, your front end alignment? What about your oil changes? We ain't do none of that in there. What about life? We keep on saying we can do it by ourselves, but listen,
We need some help.
listen, the stats don't goddamn it do the same thing we talking. You know what I'm saying? I told my partner one time, he thought I would laugh. I told him, I said, your lifestyle, dude. I said, hey man, you spending about, I was just telling him, I said, man, you spend about on the lease. I said, you blow about $420 a week. And he sat back and you know what I'm saying? But think about that. That's me talking on the low end, right? I'm giving him on the low end because he go out and then he spend daddy-daughter time with his child, and he actually like go and get something to eat with her every day. So imagine that little extra money that you spending on, feeding, taking your child out to eat, having this little personal time. And then you got to drive or a good little ways to get her and all that. See, people don't realize a lot of things, some daddies go through. Some daddies go all the way across town because sometimes your baby mama or woman, who got your kids, she might move all over the place. She don't want to be close to you. She don't want to be there. Sometimes she move it to a whole nother city, and you got to go travel to get your kid, to spend time with your kid, and all this stuff. And all this stuff take money. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get your kid, she don't want your kid just spend time with you. She want to control what he doing with you. Is you got him out, you taking him out, you having fun with him. He said y'all didn't do nothing last time he went with you. Now, if you ain't gonna take him nowhere, you might well leave him here. He can do nothing here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what men go through. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
Jay said, yeah, I got to catch up. I see y'all. I can't let y'all run off too fast.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we back up in there though, Jay. So me myself, we got to realize that we do need help. Everybody need a little help. Everybody need a partner in crime or something. I mean, shoot, some people need 3-4 partners in crime. If let me tell you something. I understand when you have ladies out here trying to juggle 2-3 men when they not trying to commit to one. No, I'm just saying, because imagine if you just tried to get with a guy and you don't see the contributions, and then another guy like, oh yeah, oh baby, you want to go out to eat, and she like, oh, I'm starved. Oh yeah.
You just get you another man to take you out to eat
Or you get another man that get in your inbox or something like, hey baby, shit, you want your hair done? She's like, shit, man, that would help the fuck out. So I'm not being messy like that, but I'm saying when
Sounds
women
like
are
it.
trying to juggle like that, I can understand, because women will get in survival mode, and survival say, I need,
What you gotta do.
I got to do what I got to do.
So is it acceptable? Is that
Life,
something that should be acceptable because of life?
life.
Because cost of living is high, and everybody just can't just handle everything on their own. So having multiple people, are you giving us the okay and saying that it's okay women go out here and do this?
I'm saying this: if you're gonna be playing around and not committed, you got to.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you see, let me tell you something. And somebody, I was eavesdropping on the conversation, and I was eavesdropping on the conversation, and I heard a woman say, D meaning controlling. I heard I heard my friend, everybody getting in relationships now. And then they said, soon as they get in a relationship, these men start changing, start trying to be over, protective and all this old type of stuff. And I'm like, when you get married and you get in a relationship, that's how men are. They see you as something they got to protect or, got to look over. You know what I'm saying? So they gonna say, I don't think you should be over here. I don't think you should be doing this. I don't think you know what I'm saying? They might give you this insight. Now you might say, the hell with him. I'm gonna do this. I ain't been out all week. But some women don't realize when you get somebody good, and a lot of women don't realize it till they lose somebody good. See, sometimes I done seen women have men and they be like, he don't give me but $500 a week. Nigga, he don't even stay with you. You know what I'm saying? Like if a man giving you $500 a week and he don't stay with you and you complaining and you talking about, oh, he might give me $500 a week, but he don't run nothing here. Man, you better act like he do. Cause goddamn,
that's why I don't take money from guys.
I'm just saying, but you got to look at that. Without them, that $2,000 a week, a month, that could cost you so much. You just realize all the bills we just said.
Yeah.
Imagine a woman downgrading $300 to $500 a week. A man might be giving her or providing for her or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't understand that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why the woman always smiling at the mechanic man now and the detail man and the plumbers and the seamen. Everybody getting smiled at now because they starting to realize life hard. And life ain't built off the system. See, people are trying to build their life around the system. The system is for help. It ain't for you to maintain off of it. And that's why a lot of, ladies now catching hell because a lot of stuff was built around big government. And now big government is going away a little bit and they trying to bring factories and other type of jobs and stuff back that it going to be more of a labor, more of a different kind of workforce out here. And everybody, I'm going to tell you this. This the problem sometimes that I see in a new woman. Sometimes everybody want to be bosses. And when you overflood the market, I was looking at this the other day. When you overflood the market and too many people want to be bosses, nobody can be the boss because nobody want to be told what to do. You know what I'm saying? When everybody want to be the boss, don't nobody want to be told what to do.
Yeah.
How you go from being the boss, even at a Family Dollar or whatever, and then try to go under some other woman telling you what to do, and everybody hating and thinking you trying to take their job and all this kind of stuff. Y'all fighting a silent enemy among y'allself because people don't want to be led no more.
Yeah.
You ain't my mom.
And then even if in being a boss, you have to learn and take instructions, or maybe someone have experienced something in business that can give you pointers. So you feel like, oh, I'm a boss and I'm bossing up. The word even speak of how intelligent people are always ready and eager to learn. They keep their ears open to knowledge. And some people don't do that. That's merely called intelligence.
And a lot of people don't realize in order to be a leader, what your boss is sometimes called to be, you got to be willing to first
to follow.
Lead. And a lot of people don't want to lead, but they want people to follow them. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of people don't even look at it like that. It's like anything. If you overflood the market, I was telling people the other day, somebody was like, oh, you do podcasts, it's some money and this and that. Listen, I don't do this to make money. I go outside to make my money. I don't look at the internet. You know what I'm saying? As long as y'all like and share my videos, I am good. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
you don't understand. Some people get on here because they care and they love everybody around. They just want people to kind of think a little different, where you can kind of get to the place where you can survive and you can pick the right way to survive. See, when you surviving backwards and you figuring, oh, I can do it like this, I can do it like that, and you not realizing how much money you blowing every day, how much wasteful spending you doing every day, all them concerts, all them expensive lunch, and them 3, 4, 2, 3 times you might go out to eat every week. You know what I'm saying? You got some people that go out to eat almost every day and only cook on the weekend. I hear women all the time. I don't cook through the week. Cook on the weekend. I don't cook through the week. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And then you got a grown man like me try to fix his food every day himself. You know what I'm saying? And all that type and try to eat that kind of way. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But all I'm saying is you can't go out to eat different restaurants every week and then talk about how the economy bad. You can't do it.
Yeah.
So let's get on these topics because I done ran my mouth a little bit. We're gonna be like, whoa. All right, come on with it.
So women act like they want a man that they can follow, but do they really?
Uh,
Yeah, we can follow until it's something we don't want to do.
there it is. There it is. I mean, a lot of women sell you the game like they want to follow. A lot of women. And I guess you know, um, I guess uh, that would always kept me out of a lot of situations back in the day because being in the streets a while, you can see through a lot of bullshit, so you can see authentic. Authentic people that can be led. It's like fishing. I remember my cousin, well, my auntie husband was teaching me about fishing, and he just told me you cannot, you take one lure, might work over here, you can catch a lot of fish, but you go over here, you ain't gonna catch nothing with that same lure. You got that whichever kind of pond you fishing in, you got to use a different lure. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And sometimes, um, sometimes you know, when women acting like they want to be led, um, they don't know the lure to catch a fish, the big fish. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why they keep on getting the small fishes and the fishes that they don't like. Oh, I want to throw that back. Huh? You ever been on the bank and you see people that catch that little fish? It took my bait and throw them back because they fishing with the wrong lure and they catching small fish over and over and over, and they think
Right.
they're trying to fish for a big fish, but they ain't even got the right bait to even
Right.
even fish for them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, come on with it.
Jay said men sponsor the abilities to overcome through power, promise, and purpose. Women produce the same effect through fear, desire, resulting in survival. Because I have so many girls, I don't want them to think they got to find men and open their legs just to settle for anything they can get. I want them to realize they have a purpose to be with a man and that love each other, and the two will overcome their obstacles together. Jay, that's it. That's it.
Yeah,
What you
and
said.
and, and the reason and the only way to get them out of this survival mode we talking about. Oh, go ahead. And he said, and through marriage is the proper
The
way.
proper way.
Yeah, and I agree with that. And if you're a man and you raise your child to, what's not, if you raising your child to look for marriage or to desire marriage early, you got the right idea. But when you incentivize your child to wait and do this waiting, why just date and wait now. See, you date and you get a oopsie and you have a couple of babies, and then now you're a baby mama. Now it's harder to get married because now you got children around them little ages that a single man or whatever, he don't want no crying baby that ain't his. You know what I'm saying? He don't want no baby. Oh, you ain't my daddy. Once he get fast, what my daddy? Oh, you ain't my daddy. He don't want that. You know what I'm saying? At least when a child get older, they know you're not their daddy and they ain't gonna say it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It'd be like that. Like, come on, she said.
Or fishing in the wrong ponds.
Right.
Like you said earlier.
Yeah. And if you're fishing the wrong pond and using the wrong lure, you ain't gonna get the outcome that you want. You know what I'm saying? You can fish in the wrong pond and you might catch something big, but it might be big and dangerous. It might be, you know what I'm saying? It might be big and dangerous in there. You might catch a snake on your bait or a turtle, but you might not catch what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. All right. Come on with it.
Adriana said hello, but Jay, look at what example that is giving to them.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at it. Even though we want our kids to do a lot better, look at the music they are giving. Look at the culture they is raised in. Look at, how many folks, like rolling, smoking weed, doing all kind of stuff at a young age. Look how you had these eras that came in, the slut walk and this mentality that women can, sleep around like men. And it's no difference. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? And if we coach this into our children, they ain't gonna win. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna win in life. You know what I'm saying? Because they gonna have this idea, like a lot of women do, and a lot of women wake up when they get older, is I can always, when I get ready, settle down. There's so many people chasing after me. But one day I'm gonna always be able to settle down and I'll pick one of these little minions to be my husband or whatever. And it just don't work like that. Because just like anything, if you go and if you throw your pun in your lure in there and everything's biting on it, nibbling on it, but ain't nothing taking the hook. You ever see every time somebody throw they bait out there in the water, they bring it back in, ain't nothing on it. You ain't putting the bait on there right. The fish so small, they just nibbling on it. They ain't even big enough to get on your hook. They just nibbling off you and taking all your bait because you ain't even fishing with bitch fish yet. You fishing with little old bitty fish. They just hitting your little hook. You snatching and all you doing is moving them to the side because your bait bigger than them. You know what I'm saying? They just biting on it because it's dead. You know what I'm saying? Come on with it.
They said now the purpose is to find a man and they're each other first.
Yeah.
I would say be prepared for a man. You got to show him how to, in order for the man to find you, the quality of being a lady. Adriana said, but do men actually know what the meaning of marriage is?
Yeah, when I'm gonna tell you,
Not the conclusion of what marriage is.
I'm a
the
man.
Meaning of marriage.
I'm a man, and I was raised up what the meaning of marriage was, And the meaning of marriage was back in the day, you find a woman, you get you a family, uh marriage wasn't necessary about love back in the day. Um it was about duty. It was like if you like this man, what's name, they're gonna get to know each other as they continue down this road. But a lot of people that got married back in the day half the time didn't even like each other. They mess around and got pregnant, and daddy said, hold on, player, you gonna take that with you. You know what I'm saying? And made them get married and all that old type of stuff. And they was marrying what they considered pure. See, the marriage, the white dress was considered pure. That she ain't never had sex. You was the first, and all that old type of stuff. And that's what that was. Marriage ain't nothing like that no more. That time she get to you, she like, you know what? I'm burnt out. They done took me down through here, and you left.
Really?
What you gonna do? I mean, it sounds like that. When sometimes when you listen to a woman, you're like, hey, you know what? I got enough kids, I got grandkids, all that, and I just want to settle down. I just want to be taken care of. I don't want to work no more. And a man sitting back saying, huh, what you say? I get out of this deal again? I cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because we already know she have sex. She got 4 children. So hey, but I mean, but I'm just being funny. But you feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yeah. But we don't know what the meaning. All right, come on with it.
Jay said we want them to do better, like our parents want better for us. We made our mistakes, so we ought to have sympathy where they stay. Okay. But with our guidance, hopefully they won't bump their head as hard as we did.
Oh, it sounds good. Come on with it.
It sure does. And you're right. They don't know. Hi, Rhonda.
What's up? What's up, Rhonda? Up in the his house.
Hmm.
Eminem, keep laughing at me. All right, come on with it.
She said, nowadays, if you can't get along with your wife, why live in a miserable life? You have those
Well,
options now.
nowadays, okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Nowadays, most dudes, because see, I like to address questions like that. Nowadays, most dudes, when they get a wife these days, they're already walking into a already made family. Um, most times, it's not when the man get the wife early, this and that, because I'm gonna tell you, I don't never encourage like divorce or anything like that. It don't matter, how I live my life or anything like that. I don't encourage like one thing every married person know, even around me, or any dude that got kids, with a young lady or whatever, I've never endorsed them to break up. I always say they need to get back together, need to get it together, and figure it out. And I always say they're gonna eventually, with the choices they got out here, they're gonna get back together. You know what I'm saying? If they don't stay away too long, they eventually might get back together, because once you walk out here in the regular world and you realize that it ain't the old world that you used to see, because COVID did a number on us, whether we like it or not.
Say, Jay, but you got to show an example.
Yeah, I agree with that. But and the example is you being in a healthy relationship, trying to tell them how to maintain a relationship, and then they looking at you saying, and where yours at? You know what I'm saying? It's like I was listening to a music video the other day, and I don't think it was Juvenile or somebody. It was something. I think I put it on my page, but it was something, and a young boy was saying, like the respect. He was saying, we don't respect older, what's name, and like because, like I was telling people the other day, kids look at you, and they look at you, and if you trying to coach them on trying to do something, and you ain't doing, they looking like, what makes you this expert? You know what I'm saying? Like then, like they looking at you saying, you trying to tell me how to do this, but how you an expert? It's just like I told a lot of friends around the neighborhood, like I be out here trying to get this money and trying to do all kind of things, trying to motivate them that you can get it in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to stick to this way to get money. You can go do this, you can go do this. See, somebody might catch me cutting yard, you might catch me doing some electrician, you might catch me doing some plumbing, you know what I'm saying? Like what I'm trying to tell them is you got to be able to get out here and you can't be scared to put on different hats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To do different things. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we got a culture sometimes where people know something and they just want to be good at it.
Yeah.
And they wonder how they get left behind because they didn't want to evolve to nothing else. I got a partner and he might be watching, but I know he do sheetrock. So, he just be doing sheetrock. I said, well, why you don't do no finishing? Ain't that part of, sheetrock? And he's like, I never liked finishing. Like, but after you do the sheetrock, you have to finish it. You know what I'm saying? Then you have to paint it. But if you knew how to do the sheetrock and you know how to finish, and if you knew how to paint, you can get the whole 3 jobs instead of 1. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
And
You got to do what you got to do.
People got to understand you have to move the goalpost to get more. You can't keep the goalpost at one place and think you gonna keep getting a different outcome. Yeah.
She said, bingo, you said it. Healthy relationship.
Right. You can't be around here whooping on somebody and trying to tell somebody, oh, don't touch no woman. Oh, okay, my bad. But I mean, it just, yeah. He said, she said, yes, I wear multiple hats and I'm not scared to chase that money. Yeah. And that's what people got to realize, that you can't get stuck in one. That's how we all get sometimes caught up, and we get scared of life because we like, I want to know this. And if this stops, then what? You know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of opening your eyes to learn different things. That's why I sit on here and and what it is even with my name, when I gave, when people give me this name of Mr. Know-It-All, it's not because I know it all. It's because I attempt to learn more than the average. So anytime you steady trying to learn more and more and more, and you able to discuss with people, like I have, white friends, black friends, I can go and I can strike up a conversation with anybody, and everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I was listening the other day. I was in a store and I just heard a dude on the phone, and he just running around the store, just motherfucker, I shoot a motherfucker and do this and I do this and I do that. And I'm like, when do people stop trying to, show out for everybody else? Because like, if you sitting there on the phone and you talking out loud, and you what's the name, and you walking all around the store, and you know, I do this, I get my switches, and I shoot a motherfucker, and I do this, and I'm like, I'm like the old man on Nino Brown. You know, sometimes you got to say, your soul is required and now. And a joker can have 1,000 bullets. It don't take but one bullet to end a joker whole existence around here. So we got to start thinking different and get out of this. This we got to hurt people and all this old type of crazy stuff. You know, read that.
She said, "Right. If I got room in my schedule, I will go for it because when I retire, I'm set and I'm good to go."
Yeah. And see, that's the whole thing about moving on to something else. Sometimes you'll retire for something, and then you go to the next thing. See, one
Mhm.
thing I can say, and that's why I hate when people talk about like people failing at, you know, 6 or 7 things before or not making it like, oh, like if I had a yard business, okay, I ain't want to be in yard business, or I had a painting service, I ain't want to be in painting. Oh, I had a welding business, I ain't want to be in welding no more. Oh, I had this, I ain't want to do this no more. It's just like a dude having 6, 7 different jobs, you know, that he had maybe a couple years here, a couple years here, a couple years here, and then you looking at him and saying, "Oh man, you ain't nothing. You know went through 7 jobs." Yeah, he got 7 different experience jobs that he know how to do, and you stayed at one job for all that time, and now you only know that one job, and it scares you to death to go out there and do something different. When this man been jumping, boom, tackling whatever in front of him and keep on rolling. You
Yeah.
feel?
Yeah.
And people got to look at it different. People got to look at it different sometimes. You know, some people look at, oh, but I did this for this long. I understand, but you only experience on what you go through. And see,
Yep.
sometimes life is different. Sometimes if you go through a different bunch of different stuff in life, later on, you done conquered things and now you know the way. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, when people say, and I'm not gonna call no name, when people say, "Oh, a person did this and they went bankrupt and they got this many failed businesses and all that," man, you got to run a business first to fail. A lot of you ain't never had no business and trying to tell a person about a person that failed in 7 or 8 business. It don't make sense. Because if you don't put yourself in it, you'll never know if you can make it or not. A lot of people scared to come out here. Let me tell you something. I'm an entrepreneur, and a lot of people that talk about entrepreneurs is scared to death to go out here every day and make their own way. Every day
Hmm.
they wake up and they got to make their own money. Scared to death. They scared to death and they run right back to a job to grab a paycheck because they can't make it out here trying to get it on their own every day. So don't come out here trying to tell an entrepreneur that get out here and get it out the mud every day how wonderful life is. Cause see, that's what government doing to you right now. Once they start taking away some of these little checks, these little easy money, and a person had to get out here like me, don't be sitting up there, don't cry now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause sometimes people out here struggling all the time, sitting up here every day, thinking about how to get some more money, thinking about how let me see if I can do this, thinking about how to save. And when another person thinking about what restaurant they going to, what motherfucking hairdo appointment they gonna miss and shit like this here, cause they in a stable job. Yeah, get unstable, then talk that shit to a nigga like me. You know what I'm saying? Get unstable where you have to wake up every day and go get it. You know what I'm saying? And don't
Yep.
know where your money coming from today. You waiting on that phone to ring. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying?
That's true.
People don't see that part of life. See, that's when you know real business. When you're a real business person, your phone ringing because people know that you like money and you gonna go get money and you what's name. Dudes I like to deal with had their number over 10 years. If dude ain't had their number over 10 years, I don't even mess with him. If he changing numbers like a woman, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, watch yourself. I've had my same
My
number
bad.
for at least 25 years.
My bad. Every woman ain't changing much now. I ain't got caught up in the moment.
You got caught up in that man stuff.
I got caught up. I agree. Time out.
We
Flag on the play. Flag on the play. My bad. I got caught up in the moment and this and that. But like I said, I done seen too many dudes sometimes, get caught up changing phone numbers. Man, that's the worst thing that I can ever see is a man changing phone numbers 2-3 times a year. I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, when a dude changes, I know he gonna be in hard times. No, I'm just saying because to make money, you got to be consistent. And that comes with a consistent number, a consistent, people get in touch with you and stuff like that. And then when you start changing numbers and stuff too much, you ain't consistent. And you ain't gonna be consistent out here to do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
All right, come on with it.
Adriana said I had 12 jobs in 1 year. Ooh. She said, and I worked 4 or 5 at the same time. It may sound a lot, but I experienced and learned a lot, but certified in a lot.
Right. And that's all I'm saying. Sometimes people don't understand when you go through a lot of things. See, I tell them, when I've been out here in the streets and I done been through, that's why sometimes, you get a dude and, people like my knowledge or and respect me a little bit because it's not like I've been out here rah-rah and this and that. But it's like if you done did a whole lot of stuff and a whole lot, and I know how people talk, move, and all these different things. And I'm always trying to learn something new. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting a new business tomorrow, and that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? And I remember my teacher did this to me a long time ago, and it was a lady teacher. And I love her to death to this day for that. She told me one time, she said, every day, I just want you to try to learn one thing new every day. That's what she told me. Just one thing new every day. And you're going to be all right. And ever since she said that, I try to listen to a podcast, listen to something on the news, try to listen to something, watch somebody doing something on TV, just learn something a little bit different, something a little bit new. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned if you learn one thing, if you try to learn one thing different every day, it'll change your whole life. It'll change how you outlook on people. See, that's the only reason, like sometimes me and people that be in the Bible a lot, Bible thumpers, sometimes don't get along sometimes because if you gonna rely on one book, and I'm saying I like 10 books, you like one book, I still like my odds of knowing more than you. You know what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So
gain a little more experience on knowledge.
Yeah. So if I'm reading your book and I'm reading 2 more books, who's learning more? You know what I'm saying? And people would sit there and say, I'm reading this book over and over and over. I know this book back and forth, but I know 10 books. So who knows more? You might know more about that book, but do you know more about the multiple books? And that's the multiple books of life. You know what I'm saying? Like when you running around, sometimes it's way more life experiences than life books that you need to learn and put your head space in to get ahead in life.
Yeah, I agree.
You want to learn one thing because I noticed every time somebody learns something different. I remember my daughter, she was trying to do some plumbing stuff, and I told her about little bag that you twist on your hose and blow the sewers drain out, and she she went and got it and blew her little sewer drain. Now she came back, Daddy. I blew my own sewer drain. Oh yeah, I fixed it. I fixed it. You know what I'm saying? Man, my daughter done tried to change all. She done mow grass. She done did everything messing with her dad. You know what I'm saying? And she the type person that conquered everything. And let me give my daughter shots out. She ain't on the show just yet. She supposed to be bringing my little trophy, over here so I can put on my little thing with all her other little golf trophies and stuff and things. But she she won at Nissan best sports sports sports
Oh, sportsman. Okay.
sports person. Like she
Like
a
getting
super
along.
Eagles. No, she a
Oh,
super
really? A
Eagles
sports.
fan.
Oh, okay.
So they got a day that they wear all their Eagles. All your football team.
Huh?
And she got number one in the whole plant. The whole plant. Like the whole plant. Like when I tell you, I taught my daughter to be 10 toes down. Boy, I taught my daughter to be 10 toes down.
So
And
she
she
had turned into a whole eagle for that day, huh?
Eagle,
From
man, I bought
head to
her.
toe.
I bought her Eagle just when she told me she was an Eagle fan a long time ago because I never tried to, change somebody whatever they want to be. You know what I'm saying? I bought her. I was selling jerseys a long time ago because, like I said, I did it all. And I gave her. I wasn't gonna do nothing with it. I gave her a good Eagles jersey. This and that with that McNabb long time ago. And ever since then, she been Eagles down. I'm talking about Eagles, flip flappers, the glasses, everything. And she said the glasses help her one, her thing. She got earrings, all that stuff. And she won over the whole plant.
That's what's up.
Congratulations to my
Congratulations.
daughter, because she off
About it.
the chain. Off the
I
chain.
bet she was so hard with everything.
Man, I'm telling you. All right, come on with it.
Adriana said, I'm taking a plumbing class. I took mechanic
Also,
and auto. I'm also taking a plumbing class. I took mechanic and auto body class, and I loved it. Where you
oh,
taking those
okay.
classes
Oh,
at?
she had to take it at CDC. She ain't even
Oh,
got to say it.
CDC.
She ain't got to say it. She took it at CDC. I said it. I said it. She took it at CDC. She had to. She had to. Because I took them same classes at the same place. Because the only way you can say it like that is you had to go to CDC. Now, I'm waiting on that comeback right there. Because she had to take that thing at CDC to take that many classes. Because the regular classes, there ain't that many regular classes out here like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come on, what we got next? Come on with it. Pow. Come on with it.
So the new woman is addicted to life a little too much.
You want to understand what it meant by that?
Help elaborate if you don't mind.
Okay. What I meant by that, let me see. He said plumbing, yes, mechanic, and auto body. Oh, in California, I forgot she from California. I don't know why I be trying to put everybody in Mississippi. I don't know why. I don't know why. My bad.
I don't either.
I don't know why I be trying to put everybody in Mississippi. Yeah, but yeah, I understand that. Yeah, when I say addicted to life, is addicted to living and spending money and all kind of stuff. When I say addicted to life too much, sometimes life can be, raising children. Life can be being a positive influence in a child or somebody's life or whatever. It don't have to be the big rah rah. It don't have to be all this personal or going to what's a good trip? Cancun or wherever. Sometimes life is saving a child's life because you was a mentor or something around him, just lightly around him. And I think sometimes ladies forget about that part because they so into just having fun and being themselves, and sometimes they don't realize how much the younger kids around here need them to be mothers again and grandmamas again, and being able, because sometimes we get to the point that we should have lived our life and should have been settled down, and now we got women going on to 55, 60, whatever. They trying to act like 17-year-olds around here. you know you 50 and you twerking, you doing too much. You know what I'm saying? You doing too much. You know what I'm saying? We know you're in shape and all that. Just show that off in the gym. But you ain't got to be out here twerking and all that like you 17 years old, dropping it like it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to show us you got them good knees. Show it to your man. Shit, he don't even get none. Trying to show us that you got some damn good knees. Show him you got some good knees. And a lot of this stuff was made for stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't made for everybody.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get into it. Come on with it. You see, I
The
got
new
on
one.
Mr. Know-It-All shirt today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't pay any attention. I'm sorry.
It's all
The
right.
new woman is doing everything a man is and more, but can she really handle it? When you say that, you talking about the jobs and things like that in that sense.
Much deeper. I'm talking about the drinking, the cigarettes, the staying out late, the wanting to be everywhere. See, it used to be the man used to be out there be like, well, Robert ain't made it home yet. And then they used to tell the man they used to want him to be home at 10. And now he wouldn't be trying to stay out to 1, 2, 3 in the morning. And goddamn it, they wonder why this shit is backwards and upside down around here because the women staying out later than the men now.
Oh Lord.
I'm just saying.
I mean, if you're doing it every day, I can understand that's an issue. But I'm just saying, if every blue moon something happen, you having a good time, you can miss time by not paying attention.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I
Something
remember.
that's not intentionally done. But
Yeah,
I understand. I understand what you're saying too.
but women supposed to be intentional. And women supposed to pay attention to their surroundings. They should pay attention what time it is at night. They should pay attention where they at night. They should
We don't. If you have a man, you don't have that to worry about because they'll pay attention because they'll know you're not at home, and they'll just look for you. So if you have a man, don't worry about it. But if you don't have a man, then pay attention.
I just ain't. I'm just gonna let you have it. But like I said, women are doing too much, and it's showing up in the stats of death certificates and everything else. I'm being serious. Like a lot of women, because they are engaging in more stuff, smoking, drinking, and they're dying earlier. Women used to almost outlast men 10 to 20 years. And now they done caught up with men. And that's not, it's unusual to see women dying, at the same age and below men. Men outliving the women now. Because men are, even though men might drink and do other things, see, women are not, when they do the same thing, they're not doing the same amount of exercise and stuff like that. And their body is not built to handle as much as a man's body is built to handle. Like if you take a woman and you feed her this much alcohol even in her mind, she's saying, "Oh yeah, I can handle this and handle that." She can't
Yeah.
she can't handle the same amount that a man. It's noted. I done seen, I done seen the studies and all that. I do a lot of research, and a woman's body is just not made the same. It's not made to handle the same amount. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
And and you know, you can tell by just weight. Like if you get on the bench and women, trying to bench some weight or whatever, men are way much uh stronger than women in many instances. Every time I see a woman actually whooping up on a man, he's drunk. It'd be some
And
old,
she be trying to embarrass the stink out of
and
him.
they taping it, and he falling all down, barely can stand up in the first place, and this and that. And I haven't seen a sober man that looked like he was in any kind of shape get whooped up by no woman. I haven't seen it yet. I'm talking about even the gay dudes that's playing like they women is tearing men up. If they was like, I mean, it's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah.
It's just it's just not. Come on with it.
So can the new woman be led, or is she trying to be the leader? I think we can be led, and I do. I'll stick to that.
So you don't think the new woman trying to be the leader?
Well, I think, the new life that we have, is not how it was back in the day.
There you
You
go.
know, but I'm speaking
I'm
of
listening.
the life that we've had,
Believe me, I'm listening.
how when you're talking, can you listen and talk at the same time?
Good.
Okay. So when we thinking about traditional, way, the traditional male dominated industries like manufacturing, mining, things like that, the traditional way, you know, is shrinking due to globalization, reducing the number of providers that men don't really have to do it no more because women are getting into this thing. So more women are attaining higher education and getting into this leader role and changing their power dynamics by their work ethics, which move into their personal lives to make them want to act a little harder and lead themselves because men are not in all households as it used to be, traditionally speaking. Every household don't just have men there.
Yeah, everybody ran out.
So I feel that I feel that the woman can be led, but she have to have that mindset that it's okay for somebody to cultivate her.
Okay. I just want to ask you one question on that, and I'm gonna move on.
Yeah,
Out of 10 women, how many women do you feel like want to be led?
I'll say four.
Okay. All right. Okay. I can deal with that. I can move on after them. Come on, man.
I'm not gonna elaborate on that one.
I mean, it felt like it was kind of honest, and I probably would say probably three, but what do I know? Okay, come on.
Society is increasingly accepting and even expecting men to participate more in what were traditionally women roles: household work, caregiving, emotional labor.
Mm.
This is something that I kind of just talked about. That's what society is thinking. That it's okay for men to switch roles and stay home and, raise the kids and cook and clean the house and let the woman go out and work. But if it works for your family, then let it be. So I don't think it's nothing wrong with it.
Well, I guess I just I mean, I'm just old school. I don't think I just how they say. I guess I just not a house dude.
Right.
You know, I want to say that house N word, but yeah, I'm not a house dude, and
Yeah, don't say that word, but yeah.
I leave it at that. I'm gonna move on past that one. Come on with it.
Some men are pressured into being emotionally open. You know how people be wanting men to actually cry and share their feelings and be soft to them. Some women like that. They teaching these boys how to be soft and cry and stuff, you know. My son at one time he used to cry when he couldn't get his way.
um,
He
yeah,
had to be manned up.
my daughter used to do that too. You
They can't get there where they
know,
be having tantrums.
yeah, yeah. I get it. Come on, that was something. Come on with it.
Don't beg nobody for their time. People make time for who and what they want.
Yeah. It's just something that I was just throwing some ideas because I was going all over the place when I was going to do this show this week, and you know how you running through topics, and I just wrote down. I'm like, I wrote down like a bunch of topics, and I was like, you know what, I can do all of them. It's nothing. Look, the Corey Holcomb show and everybody else, my boy and all them do all these. They talk about any topic they want to talk about.
I
All
know, and hood talk is just that. That's
right.
what you have
And
going on
everybody
your show.
always talk about how I always get off the damn subject.
You
So
you do what you want. This
if
know it all, do it
if
all.
if it, my daughter even told me, "Do you, daddy? Don't be on the damn subject. Be all confined and all that old type of stuff." You know what I'm saying? So yeah, yeah. I guess
I agree with that. That's straight to the point. Don't beg
yeah.
nobody for their time. People make time for who and what they want.
All right, come on with it.
Just like that. So, social media influencers are normalizing non traditional masculinity like fashion, grooming, emotional expression. Because haven't you seen how they be having these guys doing like these fundraisers, like in New Orleans? They wore the red dress. Now I saw some down there in New Orleans wearing pink dresses. Why does the men have to put on these dresses just to do a fundraiser?
Because they want to put on them dresses,
They wanted to wear the dresses.
right? Let me tell you something. It ain't no man out there that's putting on a dress just for a fundraiser. Because if you a whole man and you don't have none of that inkling of that stuff in you, if somebody comes talking about putting on a dress, you're gonna do like James Chappelle do. Nah, player, you can find a script for this. And David
Right.
Chappelle had just talked about that. But why are they trying to put every black male in a dress? You know what I'm saying? In Hollywood. And it's the same thing. Why would you put yourself in a dress? Because like he said, he more funny in that. If you can't find another way to raise money than to put me in a dress, I'm subject to jump on you. I'm subject.
But you know what? Just like when the Tyler Perry era came out, there were so many people jumping into that, and it was funny the things he was doing and saying. But then there were so many men that pushed back on that. Why does this grown man feel like he have to dress like a woman to
Well,
make it? But
he
it's
lost
part of
it.
the industry.
Look, he lost it at the end. And next thing you know, old white person had sued him talking about he been knocking down them chops. So I mean it still came out at the end that everybody think that might have been going on was probably going on. You know what I'm saying? It's just when you keeping it higher up and keeping it what's that until them folks want to expose you. A lot of times you don't get exposed until they want to expose you, but that ain't gonna make them lose no money.
Right. Yeah,
You
I
know,
already got it now.
yeah. Come on with it.
Jay said it should be something that makes you feel funny to wear a dress, especially before the world.
Right.
It should feel
Because
uncomfortable.
this how I look at stuff like that. Um, it might feel like one time for you to see me in a dress, but I'm gonna see me in that dress over and over and over again in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't. That's why I cut the thing about a man and a real man, because a real man, he look at his whole legacy. What somebody gonna be able to pull up and talk about him? What's not this?
Later.
Like it's people that just got a picture of me going to sleep that I feel kind of bad. Imagine somebody talking about, oh, this joke got a whole dress on. Nah, that ain't gonna happen. No, I don't care if a joke off me $1 billion. I'm looking at what a joke gonna look at me for the rest of my life, because you can get $1 billion and die 3 days later. But you know what everybody gonna remember? They ain't gonna remember that $1 billion you had. They
They
gonna
gonna
remember that.
remember that dress you wore to get
Yeah,
that billion.
thank you. I'm telling you. So it's about morals and this and that, because see, it's somebody out there right now, you know, just because you say, oh no, I never do that. That's the one that that's the demon and the devil that'll try to get you to go out there and just prove you wrong. See, it's a dude that is a joke out there that see somebody like me say, no, I wouldn't put that on, because guess what? Kevin Hart said the same thing. And they think, they made him wear a dress, then they gave him money. You know what I'm saying? They let him run Hollywood for all the time. But I mean, I'm like a dude like
Chappelle.
what's my boy? I just talked about him.
Corey Holcomb.
Corey Holcomb. You just stand on them 10 toes, and you might not get rich. You might not make it where you want to make it in life, how that, but you're going to keep your respect. You're going to keep your manhood, and you're going to keep how people look at you, and they're going to look at you in a real way, authentic. You know what I'm saying? And that's much more, to me, worth it than selling out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That selling out stuff, that's for the birds. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Come on with it.
Sometimes you gotta blame yourself for what you go through because you knew better. That's called taking accountability. So yeah.
And this the problem with it. When we talk about the new era woman and the new era man, see, let me tell you what women always tell men. What they sometimes they don't take that pill, that red pill too. See, a woman will say, yeah, you went to jail. You the one ruined your life. That's why you ain't got no good job. You went to jail. You got a felony, or you did this, you did that, or you out there in the streets, whatever. That's why you ain't making good money, or you ain't got a good job, this and that. But then we flip the script and we say, hey, the reason you ain't got that good man that you said you want, or that man that you wanted, because you went out and had kids, or you didn't think about marriage. You didn't prioritize marriage. You want marriage on the back end of your life. After you done the eggs, ain't no eggs left in you. Now you want the marriage and everything. You want to. It's people ratting there telling men that they'll have a child by them in their 50s. They in their 50s talking about having children. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? At 35, it's already at dangerous levels to have a child. And then you sitting up here trying to tell a joker 15 years after they're supposed to be dangerous that you just gonna have one for a joker. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, all this stuff is like how they almost say miracle babies. But this
Yeah.
is the one out of 2,000 or the one out of 3,000 that women that do that in their 50s. This is not a normal thing. Half these women already got hysterectomy by this time. Anyway, they already done cut their coochie out and everything else. So I'm just saying.
Did you say it's called cut the coochie out? Oh my goodness. So at least at least comes out. Get out the closet because people will seek and find your secrets.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I said, if you coming out to get some money, go ahead. But I mean, if you already that person and you just coming out, but I'm saying it just ain't in me to be a straight man and to be looked at in a dress for the rest of my life. Like them pictures of Lil Baby and
I thought maybe that was
what's
AI.
what's the dude that rap fast?
Busta Rhymes.
Buster Rhymes. Buster Rhymes wore a dress. We put it on him. He got a red dress. You can Google it up on your screen.
That a
He had
dress, you sure?
with big boots on too, with some them big high heel boots on, them super stacks. Yeah,
Sure that was a dress.
yeah, it was a dress. Go ahead, you can look it up. But like I was saying, um,
I thought
these
it was
two,
a coat.
now look it up. You gonna see it.
You
Yeah,
sure that's not a jacket?
look at it, blow it up, do what you want with it.
He proclaiming Busta Rhymes now. That's the dude.
What it look like? Put it on the screen and let people judge.
It looks like a coat to me. It looks like a
Okay,
coat.
put it. It's a pink coat too, huh? Put it on the screen. Go ahead.
I'm about to calm down.
I'm just saying. You something let's do these secrets. Now, you blow one of them things up and you tell me that don't look like a dress, especially that one in the middle right there. That
You don't
one,
have to blow it up that bad.
yeah, that one in the middle
It
with the
looks like
other
that's
dress.
the coat.
Yeah, right there. Right there. The one you jigging on.
See, that's
Yeah.
him.
Go all the way to the other side. You see the bottom. The other one got the bottom. go all the way over to the left, to the other side. Yeah, go on to the bottom. You see me down there at the bottom. Yeah, to the other side. Up a little bit. What they say?
See, those are jackets. See,
No, the pink one. Look at the pink one right below it.
right
It's-
there.
yeah, that's him.
That's the same as the red, but those
Yeah,
are
but I'm saying you got to get the bottom of it. Look
but
at
you
this.
see, which that's what I'm trying to pull up.
It was a better one on the other side over there. You just tripping. You see it. Man, you see it, man. You see it. You don't want to see it. But what about them boots? Look at the boots. Go to bus around.
I see the boots, that's just
The
probably
boots right there, no.
it's probably a Jersey thing.
Hey, the boots he got on is enough right there. And then look at little baby, that little baby. So he got too many pictures. Not
In the
the
dress,
baby, not the baby, but little baby. He got some stuff on too.
that's a denim skirt. Is he like that though?
I'm just saying that. Don't make me get messy. So I'm just saying.
Oh wow, that's. Let me show this. That's with a denim skirt on.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, these are the rappers that they talk about, and I think even P Diddy done had one of them things on before. Man, they done got all these dudes sold out around here. Shoot, I ain't studying these dudes around here hugging and kissing on each other. Come on. All right, come on with the next one.
So, involving identity, masculinity less tied to dominance and provider roles, more space for varied expressions of what it means to be a man. When you have an evolving identity, you just got to know what you know.
I guess. I don't
I mean,
know.
I'm saying you have to be secure in your knowledge of what you're being a part of. Your self change, what you're gonna be developed as, what's gonna take place during your lifetime, what experience, how can you handle interaction with people?
Yeah, you talking about how to be a man.
Yes, how to be a man. You gotta be secure in your personal identity,
Yeah,
and then you
how
won't
to,
be around here wearing this dress like these
yeah,
guys that I am so shocked. I
how to.
just celebrity men that wear dresses. I see what's the guy name from OKC? Um
Oh,
Basketball.
James Harden.
No. The other one.
Oh,
Um,
Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see he has on a
yeah,
mini skirt. I'm
yeah.
like, what the
I did.
world?
That's why I ain't even want him in LA at that time. I was like, he in that fashion stuff. He be talking about that. He got his own little fashion thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Doesn't excuse it. I see so many men, in the industry that's wearing dresses.
Right. Because
All,
they
all cultures. Lil, what's the little dude from the old time road? Baby, he had halter dresses. Another guy that had the one hit song.
look, she
He
said,
said that's your next show. How to be a man. That part.
that boy. And
Give some man classes. Give some good things that you can point out that guys that you need to push forward to be a man on this.
right.
That'll
But
be
but
good.
but only thing about that, it's so many different versions of becoming a man that I don't want to push my version and make a man feel less than a man because he's different than me. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, if you can just stick on the qualities of a man, although your version may be a little rough around the
It,
edges a little
yeah, but
bit.
it still will come off you know, so different. I think because like I think men can be different and still be men, still be the full fledged men and be totally different than each other. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes trying to put out man shit, boom, 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 might not be what's name like me myself. To me, okay, you know, to develop some manly things, I feel like okay, you got to put that man, put that boy out there, mow their yard. You know what I'm saying? You got to make them do a little something, you know what I'm saying, to get that manly thing off his back. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some men that ain't never changed the tie, ain't never changed no oil, ain't never did a lot of things. You feel what I'm saying? But I don't think it makes them less manly or anything too. That Jaren said, I see a lot of men that are very weak to their needs. Um, I think it's a lot of men because I'm feeling, I'm thinking you saying weak to their needs because I think when people break down what a man should be and yeah, no balls. Well, what it is Andrea, they cut balls off for a lot of men these days. And the same men that was men way back in the day, they ain't the same men is now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a different kind of man out here, and they look a little different than they used to. You know what I'm saying? Um, um, but I think a lot of men are trying more to become men than they did just a couple years ago. And I think that's because of the Andrew Tates, and I think that's because of believe it or not, the Donald Trumps that's promoting men back, leading families, getting married. They giving them more incentives to get married in the government, more tax breaks, and and trying to take a lot of stuff off of, because I think the same thing that we cried about that we need to get away from, we got too into it. I think we always said that we needed to get away from um like, I think we were saying, we always were saying like uh right is wrong and wrong is right now and stuff like that. And then when we get somebody that's trying to come in and trying to make, lives better, don't you know? Uh in the last what, 4, 5, 6, 7 days, there hasn't been no murders in Memphis.
Hmm.
Ain't nobody talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody talking about that. They done saturated Memphis. They say it's 18, almost 18, 16, 18 different agencies in Memphis rolling around there. They done made over 275 arrests and all that, and gearing up for more. And they finna start a night court and everything because crime was totally out of control. When you got people, they say they done already got over 75 guns off the streets and stuff like that. I mean, that's 7 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't even realize what kind of guns they probably getting off the street too. You know what I'm saying? But no murders, people going in the house, people ain't outside doing that. It's gonna be a different and a mind change. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, think about it in Washington, D.C. right now. People being able to go outside again and not thinking about getting robbed, but still, agencies around there. It just they don't need as much police as they did because they done locked up a bunch of people up at one time, and now you can calm down and the regular police can handle it. See, if you go out through somewhere and you lock all the bad people up, a lot of people gonna say, I don't want to get locked up, and they gonna calm down, go back to their job and do what they doing and all that. And people don't understand that part of it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? People don't understand just by seeing that, because, police, like children and now has been so conditioned since, 10, 15 years ago to hate police and everything about police. And they don't realize the first thing that happened when something happened in your life, good or bad, you call the police most time. A lot of people call the police. Yeah, yeah. Come on with it.
So society, we've done that already.
Oh, well, let me go down to the next one. Then come on with it.
We really have a whole new era of men that don't want to protect and provide.
What you think about that?
Yeah, I agree.
What do you think about it? You think it's a good thing, bad thing? What?
I mean, in some instances, it may be a thing that has drawn men to do that because some women can react towards them in a way that could cause harm to them for just trying to protect them or provide for them.
And a lot of men are getting out of certain relationships that's causing them, dangerous tendencies, or they feel like the woman ain't got their best interest at hand. See, a lot of men in certain relationships, they feel like they shouldn't even be in, and that's a hard place to be in somewhere that you feel like you don't even supposed to be there. That's a hard place to be. So come on with the next one.
So, blurring of strict roles, less clear distinction between women work and men's work. So, that's the thing. Everybody need to get an understanding of the roles that they're supposed to play. If there's work that women can do and there's work men can do, because there may be some jobs that some of us as women may feel that we can do it as a man, but by our body structure, we probably can't handle the job like a man probably could because of his strength that he was granted in birth that we weren't.
Yeah, you right. Boom.
A
Oh,
lot
no.
of men don't like strong women because it requires them to be a man that they wasn't raised to be. Straight and to the point.
Because the reason I'm saying it like that is because I don't think a lot of men wasn't raised to deal with a so-called strong woman. Because a strong woman comes with a nice little headache, nice little attitude, you know. Cause see, just for a man even acting strong, most women call them toxic. So if you got a woman that's trying to be strong, wouldn't that be toxic femininity? You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
So when a woman is coming out talking about I'm strong, I'm independent, that'll come off like toxic femininity because that can be just like kryptonite to a man because a lot of men will feel like that'll be slowly, you know, taken away from him
Yeah,
dealing,
that he's not needed,
yeah, dealing with somebody who's thinking and talking like that in a way that you don't feel like you need it or want it. You know what I'm saying? And then it might come in where you feel like somebody just maybe using you or seeing what they can get out of you. And a lot of men just feel like when a woman comes with that strong, independent, you already like, oh shit, here it comes. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me being honest. Soon as a woman, a man here, I'm strong and independent. First thing he think, there's gonna be a lot of bullshit in this right here.
right.
Yeah. Come on with it.
The new woman always want to change the rules of the game to her liking, of course. Well, I don't disagree because a lot of things that we change it be according to our comfort.
Right,
It may not always be the best decision, but a lot of times we make decisions for our comfort.
right. And because they don't want to follow the rules that the other man might somebody in their life might be putting down, that they gonna try to make up some rules. That's how you come up with the little, how they say, the little white lies and the little what's name, because the woman might say, yeah, I did this, but she ain't gonna tell you the extra stuff she did while she was doing this. Yeah, I did this, but we did have a contest, scrub the ground contest, that I left
No, you don't hear about it till you see the picture.
out. Yeah, you mess around and see a live video. Ooh, just like just like
What?
I know a lot of women are hating because they go to these they go to these big cities, right? And these dudes out here doing these little old street interviews, and these women they drunk and they walking the streets, and these
Yeah.
dudes picking a mic and they, oh, how you feel? How you and your friend girls were not? We having fun. It was a girl stripping. We doing this, doing that. Oh man, fuck them niggas. Oh well, get back to them when we get back to them. Shit, we try to party here. I'm trying to find me something tonight. They'll say anything on camera. You know what I'm saying? And get
It
their
going viral.
yeah, going viral. And they don't realize when they say that kind of stuff, all you do is help that person be bigger and bigger. And next thing you know, it done went all over what's name. And then you got to think about it. If you're a part of a man family and you know you got pictures with him and all that, it's one of his family members gonna say, ain't that such? Oh, let me send that. I got to see if that's such and such. Let me send this thing to because it seems like that my nigga last name. Oh, and you know, shoot. I mean, shoot. Ain't that his wife? And she talking about her husband don't know she got. They be asking him. Let me ask you a question that they ask on the street corner right quick. I done actually heard these questions. Hey, who you think beat it up the best? Your husband or your side piece?
And they answered.
Yes. And they answer. And they answer it. And he'd be like, did she know what he was saying? You know what I'm saying? You know, drunk, I mean, it don't matter how drunk you get. If you answering questions like that, which one would you rather hang out with, your man or your side piece? Which one have better conversation? Which one would you rather suck his dick? They do all kind of crazy stuff on there, and they just put women in certain kind of things. And would you have you what's the biggest secret that you ever did that you have never told nobody? And Joe be like, yeah, I fucked this brother and I did this, and oh yeah, I fucked his friend Jerry. I mean, they be
But you know what?
like,
When they get away, they feel like they're away from home. Oh, my dude would probably not see this.
this
And
in
then,
Connecticut. This in Connecticut or this in Miami. We in Miami, motherfucker.
but I'm saying, and then it
Yeah.
circulate. Then what do you do?
There's a lot of people breaking up because once that dude content get big and he start, because once his content get big, he gonna try to throw out a lot of content. So he gonna take his old content that wasn't hot and he gonna throw it out there, and then somebody gonna get exposed.
Yep.
And then they do all kind of tests. Oh, this stuff. They stop people. Oh, y'all trade
A
phones.
loyalty test, yeah, trade
loyalty
phones, yeah.
test. Y'all trade phone for 30 seconds and this and that. And then and some of these jokers is supermen to know what's name. They be like, yeah, let me check your Snapchat. They be going through the woman's Snapchat. That boy, they said that Snapchat and their Instagram. Whoo, the women be hiding stuff up in there, boy. But they look, them boys on that what's name, they be going through it. They be like, oh, look, who is Johnny? Who is Johnny? Johnny said that is you coming back over. What that mean? I mean, they be getting them, man, and they be like, oh, I don't want to do this no more. My phone going dead. Making all kind of stuff. And I done seen dudes just straight up leave their girl right there, right there on the spot.
I've seen a couple of those clips.
Yeah. All right, come on with it.
So, do the new women see the man as her equal? Most of them. I'm telling you, people place people according to their financial status.
Okay.
Not their character or personality of who they are, not their role in the relationship.
And that was a setup question for the last. Bam. Come on with it.
Can you respect someone as a leader if you see them as your equal? Probably not. Like I said, if you base your relationship off your finances, you feel like, hey, I got it like you. I ain't got to be listening to you. I got my own. So that makes a man feel unneeded. So
Boy, I tell you, it was a good show, a fun show. Don't forget to like and share and all that old good stuff and things like that. But people got to understand it's just different. You know what I'm saying? But I wish we could go on the show another 2-3 hours. But hey, some people got to work in the morning. You know what I'm saying? So it was nice. It was fun.
yeah.
Anything else you wanted to say?
No, I don't. But don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we will see you guys on next Tuesday at 9 p.m.
And be there or be square. And we'll see y'all then. That part.
That's how we came in. Drip on the big splash, baby, you can see it. Yeah. Strong. I rock that way. On the surfboard of Mercury. Ain't word, they ain't notice me. Strong. Gotta get paid. Go.
And this how you stop. And we out of here. Peace.